Hey y'all, so welcome to my Get Ready With Me YouTube. I'm going to show you how I curl my hair, how I do my makeup, and also how I do my bun. It's a super highly requested video, so I'm going to show you guys everything. Let's get started. First thing is I washed my hair last night and I slept with it wet. Now the only thing I use in the shower on my hair is Dove shampoo and conditioner. It's not super expensive, you can get it like anywhere, so that's why I do that. And other times I'll break down and I'll buy more expensive shampoo or conditioner, but for the most part I usually use Dove products. Now after I shower, I always like to brush my hair, at least my part area, because it'll be like super crazy because I sleep with it wet. So I do brush it with a wet brush before I go to bed, at least the top part. I let the bottom part kind of do its own thing, which is kind of why it's a little curlier than usual. And before I go to bed, I'll also put some It's a 10 leave-in conditioner. There you go. But I spray this in the ends of my hair only from like here down because it is a leave-in conditioner. So if you put it on the top of your head area, it will make it a little greasy. So, sorry, my dog is in here. Ready, bro. You can either spray it directly, or I actually just spray it in my palm, rub it together, and I literally just like grab my hair and I go like this to it. So then I just go to bed with it wet, wake up in the morning, this is what it looks like. Now it's a little crazy back here, but now I'm going to show you what I curl my hair with and how I curl it. Now I always do my hair first and then my makeup. I actually do have foundation on because I was looking pretty ratchet this morning. So I did put on foundation, but that's it. I'll show you the foundation and how I do it, but don't want to completely scare you guys off. Here is what I use to curl my hair. It is called Absolute Heat Pro. It's just like a little wand. Not sure where to get these, honestly. I've had this for so long that I think I actually like found it in one of my mom's like drawers or my sister's forever ago, and I started using it and I just love it. But you can literally get these probably anywhere. I think this is an inch barrel. I would say inch barrel. It's kind of a bigger barrel, but I'm going to show you everything I do. You are going to brush it out. So I haven't even brushed my hair this morning. It's going to make it really frizzy. So my hair has a little bit of a natural curl in it, but as you can see, it's not much at all. So this is my hair looks like it's just brushed. So frizzy, but it'll look much better once I curl it. Alright, so now that I have it all brushed out, I'm telling you, this brush, amazing. Another tip for y'all, if y'all are trying to like grow your hair out, or if you absolutely hate brushing your hair when you get out of the shower, get a wet brush for the shower. If you put conditioner in your hair first, you can really brush through your hair so much easier, and it makes it a million times better to do it when you get out of the shower. I promise you it will save your life. Plus, you're not having to break it off as much, brushing through it, and all of that. Now that it's all brushed through, I make sure my part is where I want it to be. Like I said, it's a little crazy back here, but I have a cowlick in the back of my head instead of right here where I would wish it was, so I just kind of work with it usually anyways. I just pick up a little strand of hair here. As you can see, it's probably like an inch worth of hair, just between my fingers here. And I brush it so that it's flat, if that makes any sense. So I brush it and I make sure it's flat with my fingers, and then I grab the wand and I go up and over and I just go around like this. And I keep the hair flat the entire time versus like just wrapping it around. I'll show you what I mean the difference as, but this is how I do it. And then I let it sit here for just a little bit and don't leave it too long. I'm sure y'all have seen the video where that girl literally like burnt her hair off. Oh my god, I would literally cry. So don't leave it too long. So you just leave it a little bit, go straight up, and there's your curl. Sorry, my cord is like all messed up. And let me show you the difference. So a lot of people, when they curl their hair, they just like grab a piece, they brush it, and then they just like wrap it around, like don't let go of it, you know, like this, where it leaves it really thick. I don't do that. For one, it doesn't make the right curls that I want, and honestly, it just wads my hair up. So that's why I always make sure. So here I am. Another like just enough piece to fit like in between my two fingers, and I'm going to brush it, make it really like flat this way. So it lays right on there, and you have to almost use your fingers to keep it flat on the curl. So you can kind of see I'm having to move my fingers around, but as you can see, it lays it flat on the curler there. I'm gonna let it sit. That weird noise you're probably hearing in the background is Diesel. He is right beside me chewing on a bone, so it's kind of loud. So I'm just gonna leave it a little bit, and then you just pull straight up. And that's it. There we go. So I'll pull this half to the side over here. And I'll leave this half in the back. That way I can just grab like an inch. Brush. Now the reason why I really enjoy curling my hair more than having it straight or even natural, because it just lasts longer. I can literally have my hair like this for like 3 days. Now that's with like dry shampoo or throwing it in a bun or whatever. It just lasts longer to me. Honestly, even go multiple days without having to touch it. So that's what I like about it too. Like I can curl it today, and honestly tomorrow it'll wake up and it'll have like natural looking beach waves still. So here's another one. Now if your hair is super duper thick, I definitely recommend doing maybe 2 layers or clearly more curls. Now when I get done with one side, I like to use this Chi hairspray. It's like a firm hold. This is what I use. I love it. My mom gave it to me actually, so I was kind of like, free hairspray. But I actually like it. So I literally just like spray it just a little on like each one, especially the bottom, and kind of like scrunch it. Now this is the only one I'm getting ready. I clearly am gonna like fix it later. So I'll let that side go, then I'm gonna go to the other side. Now, I always have my curls going back, like away from my face, instead of like up towards. So on this side, I'm gonna put all my hair back now because it's all clear back there. Grab this, brushing it. So I'm brushing like this, that way it's like flat versus like straight down. And I'm gonna go in for this side and go around like, as you see what I mean, I'm going back with my curls. They're going away from my face instead of towards. So I'm gonna leave it here for a second. Super close to the top. Now if you want to be, make it all the way go around, and then you can really twist the curling iron or the wand, and it goes right up your hair, so it's higher up and tighter. Now the very end of my hair, you can see I have like probably ½ an inch or an inch where it's not curled. That's okay. That's so that you don't burn your fingers off, because I have done that plenty of times. And what's so great about this is that it literally takes me like 10 minutes to do without having to put a lot of heat on my hair, because I didn't blow dry it, and this will last more than 1 day. So like, yeah, I put heat on it for a day, but there's a good chance I might have to put heat on it for another like 2 days until I wash it again. So there's my last one. I'm gonna make sure all the new curls that I just did are over here and they're all together. I'm gonna spray with this again, and like I said, I just kind of go all over, but mainly at those ends, and you're gonna scrunch right up. You can even touch this side up a little bit. Okay. And you don't have to do this part. I just do it because it kind of helps my curls stay. But this isn't recommended. There's times I don't do this. I'm just like in a hurry. I'm like, okay, throw curls in it, brush, go. Okay, so while that is setting, I do my makeup. first thing I do is make sure my face is clean before I put any makeup on. So I do use the Frank and Wick cleansing serum. I mean, so just a little oil, you put it in your hand, rub it together, rub on your face, splash water, and done. So I really like it. And then I do my makeup, which I've done my foundation. This is the foundation that I use. It is True Match from L'Oreal. I've used it forever. And I am the N6 color, only because I'm kind of tan right now from summer. I literally just pour it on this little e.l.f. foundation brush, pour it on there, dab it everywhere. And then I like to make sure it's all on good with a brush like this. So I literally just grab it and I rub all over my face, make sure it's super duper blended all over. Okay, so that's all I've done. A little bit of eyeshadow. Now I don't always use eyeshadow, but I'm going to today, so I'm going to show you what I do. It's very simple. It's just this Tarte. It is this Tarte palette. It is called Shape Your Money Maker. So cute. A trainer right here. And I literally just dab it on the lid. Okay. Then I do this. This one's called Cardio. How perfect. I hate cardio, but love the eyeshadow. I just do everything with my fingers. So then I'm going to do this in the corners of my eye here. You can kind of see there. This is a natural, like, everyday look. Nothing super crazy. Which is what I like about it. See right there. Then I literally just go from like the corner and then the crease with this color. See, there you go. So it's literally all I do for eyeshadow on my everyday makeup. Always make sure if you're using your hands that your hands are clean, because that could be an issue too. And my mascara, which is kind of dirty, I use the Lash Paradise, which some people really like. If I can get it to, there it goes. Eyeshadow. I don't always do my eyebrows, and I'm going to show you how I bake my face, which I don't always do either. But I figured I'd just show you some things. That way, if you don't want to do them, you don't have to. But if you do, I want to show you how I do it. But clearly when I like have special occasions or date nights or like whatever else, I do more than this. I do better, I guess. I do better eyeshadow, things like that. So there are my mascara, and I only put mascara on top. I've never been one to put it on bottom much. I don't really know why. I never have. Eyebrow pencil is almost gone, but it is the NYX eyebrow pencil. It has the pencil on one end and the little brush on the other, and I use the color taupe. And what I do, it's really weird, but I actually shadow them from the light, because I feel like you can see this one way better than that one, because the light is on top of me. Maybe that's why. So I always shadow it and then color. And I always start at the corner here, and I just go make small little. Luckily my eyebrows aren't terrible. They just like need a little bit of love. So that's why I do my eyebrows, which is why I don't always have to though also. So after I do the beginning part, so you can kind of tell there how this one just looks a little more loving, where this one has some empty spots. I just go exactly where my eyebrows already are. I don't know how to like perfectly shape eyebrows, and I don't have the time, honestly. That's why I'd love to get them like microbladed one day. Tell the difference there. Just a little bit of loving, not a whole lot, but one, two, three, yeah. brush in. I'm just gonna brush over them. It's gonna give them that more natural look. I really need some eyebrow lifting because I feel like mine are looking pretty crazy right now. Now we're on to concealer because I have really bad bags under my eyes. You can see them right now. So I use, oh, actually what do I use? I use different ones. I use this one, which is the, there it goes. And I use it the number 2 color, or I use the Tarte Shape Tape in a light medium. This one in a while. I usually only use this one on my like really good days because it stays on a little better. But I love them both equally. I'm just a person, I hate to use my really expensive makeup on like every day. So I usually just save these. I'll just like dab a little bit here and here. A little bit right there. Barely down my nose and right there. That is it. Now I blend all of this with a Jelly beauty blender. It's like a silicone one. I'm not in love with it, but I do like the fact that it gets me to use all the product because it doesn't soak it all up. So I literally just dab away and down. See? And dab away and down. Now we'll blend this better. I just like to get the most part of it out of the way. Blend this up right beside my eyebrow. Now this is, I'm no like makeup fanatic. Like everything I've seen, I've just done. Everything I do, I just like have watched other girls do it, or I've just like learned on my own at some point. But this is like, that's about the most part. And I know it's like, you're like, whoa. A normal beauty blender and actually get the rest of it. This just makes it where you don't have all of that extra. I used a little bit too much, which happens sometimes. So I just get that extra. See, that looks a little better. Sorry, everyone does the whole mouth open thing, and I do it too. Do that. And this will look much better once I have baked it also. So you can even see I still have a little bit of bags under my eyes. It is because it is still, I haven't been up very, very long. And I just have awful bags. So then I bake it. So what I use, which people say is baking, this is called finishing powder. I love it. It's the Fit Me finishing powder in 20, which is like a light medium. Open it and it literally has this, and that same beauty blender I just used, I just dip it in there, you know, get a little bit on it, and it'll go right where all that concealer was. Or you can just, I usually just do it underneath the eyes. When you contour, I usually do it right here, which people say like the top of the ear and then down. So where I do, I start from the middle of the ear and then go down, and that's where I use this. It's kind of like an outline of where you contour at. So same thing on this side. I don't usually bake every day, but I'm just going to show you guys, I'm already doing it. I really never bake during the week. And while that's baking, I contour. Same palette as my eyeshadow, which is amazing. I just use the contour part, which is called Slim. I have this little brush, it's like a flat edge there. Dab it in there, dab, dab, dab. And then pull my hair up so I can make sure it's like really close to my hairline, and I just go right above where I baked. Let's see there. And then if you like feel like it's blotchy, the more you rub, the more it just really blends. See, you want to go close to your hairline so it looks as natural as possible. What I really like about this is that it's very easy to blend. It's been like my everyday go-to contouring. So after my cheeks, I'll dab it a little bit, and I go on the outsides of my forehead here, so like here and here. And then I go right on my hairline. It just really gives you that natural, like real looking shading of your face. Now I do go underneath my chin. This contour just makes your face look slimmer. So I go right underneath my cheekbones. Sorry, I'm talking funny. right underneath my cheekbones. And then I also barely, like one dab, and I go right on the outside of my nose. Now what's really good about this palette too, I'm telling you, this palette is amazing. It even has a highlight in it. So what I use for my highlighter is this little brush. Before I highlight, I have to wipe off my baking powder. Spooky looking brush from e.l.f. And you just wipe off right where it all was. So you just, this just gives it a really good finishing matte look, but it gets all that extra off. Okay, so here's the highlighter at the top. I'm just gonna dab this little fan brush in it, dab, dab, dab. And I'm gonna go right on my cheekbone, which is right above the contour part. You really just like brush it on there, feather it. Go a little bit like just right here on the outside, like the bottom half of my eyebrow. Oh, and I get it perfectly on there, so I'm gonna try it. Not bad. And then I'm gonna go right on the tip there, and so we'll do the, I forget what this is called, but right on the top of your lip, like right here. This is pretty much what I do. That's it. But you're like, wow, it's probably a lot. But like I said, the eyeshadow part and the baking part aren't always a thing. I just kind of feel like I need to throw in a little extra things to show you because everything else is super duper plain. So the last thing I do is this NYX matte finish spray. Super duper cheap and I really do love it. So it just spray it and I just kind of make sure I don't have to get it in my hair, but I just spray my face. So I usually kind of go, and that's it. Now lastly, of course, you have to do lips. Now depending on what kind of mood I'm in. This is a more natural color. It's like a pinkish color. It is called Angel Food Cake. And then this one is more of a tan color. Like that one's a little more pink. This is a little more tan. I love NYX brand. For one, it's super affordable and you just can't go wrong with them. It's really good products. And this is called Madeline. I'm gonna do the pink. It's a little more like natural, where the brown's I think a little more dressy. So then I'm gonna do my lip gloss and I'll just put a little bit on. Now I do wear like actual lipstick, but this is just like everyday look. Now, last is the hair. Clearly was not gonna leave it this tight, so what I do is I just rub my fingers. I pick it up like this, where I'm just literally picking it up and dropping it, picking it up and dropping it. So that's what's really good with the hairspray. The hairspray has helped hold all of those curls. So if you need to like get your hand and kind of like mess it up a little bit more, you can. But you can see how it's finishing there. I'm gonna do the other side. I will either add more curls or I will leave it. I'll really throw more hairspray in it because I already have hairspray in it, or I'll throw a little bit more in case I'm worried that it's like humid outside and it's not gonna like stay. So I'm gonna show you the back looking view here. If I wanted it to be like super curly, like if I'm going somewhere, I will add curls like on the tops all the way around just to add a little more curl, and it makes it look a little more dressy. But everyday look, this is it. This is my end product of my makeup here. So that is it. I hope y'all enjoyed learning how to do my curls. Oh, I need to show you how to do my bun. Alright, so last but definitely not least, everyone wants to know the messy bun. I'm gonna try to do it since I have a little bit of hairspray and I just curled it. May not be the best, but I'm gonna kind of show you the gist of it. Hopefully it'll do. So here it is, just normal hair. I'm gonna throw it over. And then I have it on top of my head here. I just have a normal little hair tie. Now I have it all on top of my head. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab it, go all the way across, stop, twist, and go back the other way. Bam, there it is. Okay, so then you have to kind of give it a little bit of pulling, twist on it a little bit, and then I always pull out from the root. And that's pretty much it. It looks a little crazy right now because I have a little bit of hairspray in it, but that is the gist of it. Sometimes it turns out great, other times it turns out like this. Never really know. Pull some little hairs out to make it a little more like messy. So I totally hope you guys enjoyed watching how I do my everyday makeup, curl my hair, and do my messy bun. If you did, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Bye.